As we discussed last night with Frontline's Michael Kirk, the current president has elevated division to an art form. But there might be an even bigger divider-in-chief in the wings, a guy who more and more people, like Republican Rick Wilson, believe could be the next president, Don Jr. Here's why I'm convinced he has great divider potential. This is a picture Jr. posted on Instagram 3 days after his father ordered the killing of Qasem Soleimani. Now, what's most concerning here is not the gun itself. Don Jr. often poses with guns, most notably alongside dead exotic animals. No, what's worrisome here is what's etched on the gun. First, a cartoon of Hillary Clinton behind bars. No reports about whether he was chanting a lock her up at the time. And above that, a Knights Templar cross. The reason that's there is because this particular AR-15 is called the Crusader. It's distributed by Spikes Tactical, and according to their website, was inspired by some of the most fierce warriors who fought in nearly 200 years of epic conflicts known as the Crusades. Now, for those who may have forgotten their grade school history, here's a little refresher. Back in the Middle Ages, Christian armies organized the Crusades to expel Muslims from the Holy Land and beyond. So it probably won't come as a surprise to you that references to the Crusades have circulated in the far-right movement for years. In fact, similar imagery was featured on the Christchurch shooter's arsenal, and the Knights Templar were referenced in his manifesto, just like in the Oslo mass shooters, who killed 92 people in 2011. The cross was also featured on the shields of many of the Unite the Right rally marchers in Charlottesville in 2017. You know, the one Junior's father once said this about.
You also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
According to Howard Graves, a senior researcher at the Southern Poverty Law Center, the adoption of these symbols is meant largely as a way of signaling anti-Muslim sentiment in particular, but also this notion that Christianity needs to retake Western civilization. Now, Donald Trump Jr.'s gun also features the inscription Deus Vult, according to GQ magazine, which is a Latin phrase meaning God wills it, and was a rallying cry for Christian soldiers of the First Crusade. Now, white supremacists carry it on, largely on social media. Back in 2016, 2 Arkansas mosques were spray painted with the phrase. And last week, it was spray painted on a Planned Parenthood facility in Delaware, allegedly by an 18-year-old who also tried to firebomb the building. But according to Junior's team, we're just reading too much into all this. His spokesman told the Washington Post, quote, Don's Instagram post was strictly about him using a famous meme to mock Hillary Clinton, as he and many others have done on numerous occasions and will surely do again in the future, so long as it continues triggering humorless liberals. Do you believe him? Email us, tweet us, share your thoughts.